Hey folks, you are right on time. My name is Gallian, and I aim to make your next watch purchase the right one for you. On this channel, I provide comprehensive watch reviews, topical deep dives, guides, and cover new releases monthly, as well as share my thoughts on the state of the industry. So if that's valuable to you, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It means a lot and lets me know I'm making the content that's valuable to you. Thank you. Today, we're traveling back to 1974. Before spring drive, before Zaratsu polishing became synonymous with Grand Seiko levels of luxury, there was this. The Seiko Quartz V.F.A 3823-7040, a watch that doesn't just belong to history, it defined it. This isn't just a great vintage Seiko. This is a blueprint, the spiritual predecessor to what Grand Seiko is achieving today with their UFA movements. Let's start with the core idea, accuracy as a philosophy. Today, Grand Seiko talks about ultra-fine accuracy, or UFA, plus or minus 20 seconds per year with the new 9R B2 spring drive. But in the early 70s, Seiko was already pushing that envelope, not in pursuit of luxury, but in pursuit of perfection. The VFA label, or very fine adjusted, wasn't just marketing fluff. It was a guarantee that this watch, the 3823-7040, would run within plus or minus 5 seconds per month. That's still better than most quartz watches today, 50 years later. And this wasn't just a one-off, it was part of Seiko's internal arms race. In the 1960s and 70s, Seiko was split into two fiercely competitive divisions known as Suwa Seikosha and Daini Seikosha, each leaving their literal mark on their timepieces with distinct division logos on their watch dials. Suwa gave us the first quartz Astron, while Daini brought us high-beat mechanical marvels like the 45GS. And while both were innovating independently, only one legacy would survive into the modern era. The 3823, first featured in Seiko's 1974 Volume 1 catalog, came from Suwa, the same factory that would eventually evolve into what we now know as Grand Seiko. So when you see today's Evolution 9 spring drive models with the UFA accuracy, you're really seeing the descendant of this very piece. Let's talk design, because the 3823 isn't just a technical marvel. It's also a pure product of its time, with details that modern reissues often try and fail to replicate. The case comes in at 37mm, a lug-to-lug of 41, with a slim profile of 11.2, thanks to the compact 3823A movement inside. And despite its heft in hand, it comes in at the dainty 55 grams on this aftermarket leather strap. But what stands out is the unique, multifaceted octagonal angularity, with wide, flat lugs that taper dramatically down the wrist. It's classic grammar of design, influenced by the same ideas that shaped the original 44GS. In fact, you could argue this quartz VFA carried that aesthetic forward with even more confidence. The cap gold plating, a thick, pressure-bonded layer of over steel, gave you the look of luxury without the fragility of gold case competitors. It feels solid, restrained, and functional, the essence of that mid-70s Japanese design. On the wrist, it is pretty comfortable, without any awkward watch head bobbling whatsoever. Its case shape does impart quite a striking wrist presence, however, despite its supposedly demure 37mm case size on paper, so it'll fit pretty much anyone with a wrist of 16 centimeters and below. Now, onto the dial. A frosted champagne surface, often referred to as diamond dust, adds a subtle shimmer, enhancing its visual appeal. This is typical of VFA dials, designed to reduce glare and subtly catch light. The applied hour markers are razor sharp, perfectly matched by the handset. The handset on the 3823 is a masterclass in precision. Each hand is the same razor sharp as the indices, creating a visual symmetry that's rare even in modern watchmaking. When the minute or hour hand crosses over an index, it doesn't just align, it completely conceals it, slotting in with such exactness that it looks like the index has momentarily vanished. It is a subtle detail, but one that speaks volumes about the obsessive levels of craftsmanship at Suwa Seikosha during the V.F.A. era. Hidden behind this rather austere caseback is the Calibre 3823A, a high-end quartz movement adjusted in 5 positions and 3 temperatures, something even modern quartz movements rarely undergo. This wasn't mass-produced in the modern sense. These were meticulously tuned by artisans at Suwa, regulated in multiple positions and temperatures, with each individually tested for accuracy over time. Seiko manually regulated each one to ensure plus or minus 5 seconds per month, placing it amongst the most accurate wristwatches of its time. The hacking seconds hand and independently adjustable date were considered mechanical luxuries back in the day, but Seiko offered both. Back in its launch in 1974, the 3823 was sold for 139,000 yen, making it more expensive than some Grand Seikos and even more than a Rolex Datejust at the time. This was a luxury timepiece through and through, less jewelry and more scientific instrument. Fast forward to today, these models are hard to find in excellent condition, and many suffer from dial aging or worn cap gold. On the low end, rough examples start from approximately $300 Liberty dollars. On the higher end, pristine models can hit a little over $1,000 or higher. In Japan, specialist dealers like Tokei Medic often list mint examples at premium prices due to domestic demand for these historic Seiko craftsman models. Compare that to modern UFA-equipped Grand Seikos like the SLBG's 003G Evolution 9, which retails at about 1.5 million yen, or 9.8 thousand US dollars. You're getting a direct piece of Seiko's history, the original Grand Seiko level quartz accuracy, for under a quarter of the price. Well, more like under a tenth the price. Assuming, of course, these movements have withstood the test of time. Let's tie it all together. The Grand Seiko 9RB2 UFA movement is indeed a marvel. Plus or minus 20 seconds per year, an aged quartz oscillator, micro-adjustable clasps, beautiful finishing inspired by Shinshu's Ice Force. But conceptually, it's a continuation of the same values that the 3823 V.F.A. embodied in the 1970s: obsessive regulation, individual testing, and design rooted in Japanese minimalism. Above all, the belief that accuracy is a virtue in and of itself. The V.F.A. wasn't just a product. It was really Seiko's declaration of intent. And today, with the UFA, Grand Seiko is finally putting a name to what the 3823 quietly proved half a century ago. So the next time you're scrolling through listings and you see a Seiko 3823, don't just think of it as, a simple, cool old quartz watch. Think of it as the watch that came before Grand Seiko was Grand Seiko. Is the 3823 an overlooked icon or just another vintage footnote? Let me know in the comments below. And do tell me, what's your favorite high accuracy quartz watch, current or vintage? Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep your watches wound so you are right on time. I'll see you in the next one.